Check 1-2. Welcome to Muzzy Field, home of the Bristol Blues, for tonight's action between the visiting Pittsfield Suns and the Bristol Blues. On the bump today for Bristol will be the starter, number 38, Brandon Fox. He's 1-0 on the season, a 1.80 ERA, 4 Ks with 2 walks in 5 innings. This is his second start of this season. The will-be sophomore to Central Connecticut State. He kicks back up into the motion, delivers the first pitch fastball. This one lifted in the air, line shot down the first base line, hooking into foul ground. Leadoff hitter tonight for Pittsfield, their shortstop, number 12, Tommy Hughes. Hughes stands in, very upright stance, fairly open. Toe tap and leg kick. Sees a changeup. This one catches the outside corner, laughing that one off as Tommy Hughes must have thought that one missed a few inches outside. However, the umpire goes up with the right arm, signals the strike call, no balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Fox now works quickly. The 0-2 pitch is a slider. This one bends at the knees and bounces into the glove of Hunter Sutherland. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count here to the Suns' leadoff man, Hughes. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball. This one misses beneath the zone once again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chilly day at the ballpark here today. Rained all day and the skies have opened up for baseball between the Blues and the Suns. A 2-2 pitch. This one's a bender as well. Starts in the outer third and breaks off the plate. Count now runs full. Brandon Fox ahead of Tommy Hughes. 0-2. And then 3 straight balls evens this count up as it's full. After falling behind in the count 0-2, Tommy Hughes draws a leadoff walk. Brandon Fox throws 4 straight wide ones. Infield behind Fox today, Brandon Grover, the first baseman. Middle of the infield will be Nick Conti at second base and Jimmy Titus, the Blues shortstop. Over at third, Tyler Roberts. This would be the best defensive alignment in the infield we've seen all season without a doubt. First pitch to the second batter, the center fielder for Pittsfield, Al Zachary. Swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike is the count to the center fielder, Zachary. He twirls the bat around. A very similar batting stance to David Ortiz. Number 5 takes a huge hack here. Way late on that one. No balls and 2 strikes. Outfield tonight for the Blues. In left field, Frankie Gregoire. In center, Logan Green. And in right, Christopher Morris. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball. This one up and outside. However, Al Zachary takes a hack at it. He makes a little bit of contact, lifts it high, up, and out of play. Count remains 0-2. Man on first, nobody out. Sutherland throws down the signals. Setting here is Fox. Kicks up and delivers. Slider misses up. Out of the strike zone, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Middle of the infield is in double play depth. Conti and Titus. Third baseman today, Tyler Roberts, 5 or 6 steps behind the bag over there at third. And, of course, Brandon Grover holding on the leadoff man, Tommy Hughes, at first base. On deck for the Suns is their third baseman, Eric Hamilton. Hamilton with a multi-hit game last time against the Blues here at Muzzy Field. Going to have to keep him off the base paths today if the Blues want to come away with their second straight victory. The 1-2 pitch is popped up in the air. High into shallow left field. Coming in hard is Frankie Gregoire. Going back is Jimmy Titus. Titus will camp under it, call off the ball, and make the play. That'll go down as a pop out to the shortstop, Jimmy Titus. Now batting for Pittsfield is the hot-hitting infielder playing third today, Eric Hamilton. .385 on the young season. He's got 39 at-bats and 15 knocks. Hamilton strides out, gets a first pitch changeup. Good job there by Fox to mix in the changeup and use the full arsenal early on. This one caught the outer third of the plate right at the knees. Perfect pitch there. 0-1. Hughes extends the lead a half a step over there at first base. Let's see if he's off. He bluffs, goes nowhere. This ball is lifted high in the air, deep down the left field line. That ball will hook foul, and if that ball was fair, it had a shot to get out of here. Eric Hamilton was way out in front of that slider, really just threw the hands at it, but got a whole lot of it. A lot of power in the bat and lower half of the legs of the Pittsfield Suns third baseman, Eric Hamilton. But if you're Fox, you shake it off. That's just a long strike. Count is 0-2. 0-2 pitch is a fastball, missing low and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. After that bomb of a foul ball, you can see every single one of the Bristol Blues outfielders takes 3, 4, and make that 5 steps back, getting ready to play the ball off the bat of Hamilton. Hamilton awaits the 1-2. Ground ball hard deep in the hole. Roberts backhands 5, 4, 3. Do they get him? No. The infield umpire calls him safe at first place. Half the Blues infield was in the dugout already. They thought that was a double play for sure. A hard hit ball down the line. Tyler Roberts does a great job to backhand it. Gets his feet set underneath him, fires a strike over to Nick Conti. Conti then slung on the pill over to Grover at first base, but it was not in time as Eric Hamilton legs it out. Fielder's choice, Hamilton reaches first base, and the runner at Tommy Hughes is cut down at second. 1 man on and 2 outs for the cleanup hitter today, Colin Gimblett. Gimblett rifles a line shot through the left side of the infield. Runners will advance 90 feet. Men on first and second base for Brian Mosley. First pitch swinging there for Gimblett. He saw a fastball he liked and ripped it through the left side of the infield. His tear this season has just continued. Colin Gimblett has 33 at-bats on the season. He's hitting .515. Astronomical numbers early on for the Suns' first baseman, Colin Gimblett. Now batting for Pittsfield, number 17, Brian Mosley. Mosley, with a very, very wide base, picks up the leg and strides out. Umpire goes up with the right arm as he sets that foot down. Way late on that one. The timing was just not there. Count is 0-1. The sun now peeking its way through the clouds out there in left center field before it tucks its way down, and we settle into nighttime here in Bristol, Connecticut. Fox sets, kicks up, and delivers. Hums a fastball in there. This one lifted up high and out of play. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. 2 men on for Pittsfield. Eric Hamilton reached on a fielder's choice at second base. And at first, Colin Gimblett following his single. This fastball in on the hands. Off the label, lifted off the screen behind home plate. Count remains 0-2. Infield deep all the way around today for Bristol. Grover way beyond the bag over there at first base. Same with Roberts over here at third. Pittsfield in their black uniforms. Pittsfield scripted in white across the chest, white numbers on the back, and red on the front. Sporting some gray pants today is Pittsfield. The 0-2 pitch is a slider that bounces into the plate, swings over that one there, does Mosley. The ball gets away from Sutherland, and he steps out on the outside half of the baseline to throw down to first base. He gets the ball to Grover. Grover has to come off first. He will tag the runner out running to first base to complete the strikeout. Bottom of the first inning coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. bottom of the first inning here at Muzzy Field. Christopher Morris leading off for the Blues. Lineup today for Bristol. Leading off, Christopher Morris. Batting second, the second baseman, Nick Conti. Batting third, the left fielder, Frankie Gregoire. Batting fourth tonight for Bristol, number 32, the first baseman, Brandon Grover. DHing tonight, the return of number 26, Austin Chauvin, back in the lineup. We'll have a piece on him later on in this ball game. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Tyler Roberts. Jimmy Titus, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Behind the dish and hitting eighth will be Hunter Sutherland. And rounding out the lineup for the Bristol Blues, Logan Green. First pitch, fastball seen by Christopher Morris. He takes a healthy hack at this one, lifts it high, up, and out of play onto Muzzy Street. 0-1. On the bump for Pittsfield, number 13, Brandon Shalikas. Christopher Morris plunked by yet another pitch. He's been hit 4 times this season already. This one, a fastball in the inner third. He turns out of the way. It hits him on the hip. He will take a jaunt down to first base. Leadoff man is on. As Morris heads down to first base, Pittsfield's manager comes out to have a couple of words with the home plate umpire. He did not see it the same way as the man behind the dish, and they will have a brief conversation about this one. With the brief conversation turning longer and longer, tensions may be heating up behind home plate. Now getting very animated as Pittsfield's manager. Nick Conti on inside the batter's circle here for the Bristol Blues, waiting to enter the box. Fixing his batting gloves, looking around, engaging the conversation. It doesn't look like Pittsfield's manager is going to get run quite yet. However, he plants the seed and returns back to the dugout. So Morris hit by a pitch once again. Nick Conti now the batter. I'm not thinking that conversation between the Pittsfield manager and the home plate umpire was asking him where he was going out to dinner later on in the ball game. They might have to save that one for the 5th inning. First pitch there, swinging by Conti. He dribbles one on the ground to Eric Hamilton. Hamilton fields it in the chest, fires over to second base for 1 and over to first for the double play. Nick Conti grounds out into a 5-4-3 double play, and quickly the hit by pitch runner Chris Morris is erased on the double play ball. So with nobody on and 2 outs, the batter, Frankie Gregoire. Shalakas, going to be a senior next year at Quinnipiac University. Hums a fastball in there, this one up in the air. Diving effort and phenomenal play by the right fielder. Brian Mosley looked for a second that the ball skipped out of his glove. It did not. Frankie Gregoire swung at a first pitch fastball in on the hands. Lifted high in the air in shallow right field. Right fielder Mosley charges hard, lays out, slides a couple of feet, making a great play. Well, the Blues go down in order 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Top of the second inning today brought to you by the Bristol Press. A big hit every day. Brandon Fox toes the slab, and the second inning is underway. This first pitch, fastball, misses low and outside. Reaching for that one is Hunter Sutherland. Count now, 1-0. Batter for the Suns grounds one to Jimmy Titus. He bobbles it. Picks it up over there at first base is Brandon Grover. He is off the bag. That'll go down as an error by the shortstop. Jimmy Titus and Colin Ridley will be the leadoff runner over there at first base for the Pittsfield Suns. Seemed to be a routine ground ball. Titus bobbled it and then rushed the throw over to first base. As he did that, Brandon Grover picked it, but it pulled him too far off the bag. Man on first, nobody out for the second baseman, John Nolette. Nolette, a very upright stance, gets a slider that misses beneath the strike zone and a hair inside, 1-0. Nolette, the sophomore at Bryant University, he'll be a college teammate of the blue shortstop Jimmy Titus next season. Now Nolette gets a fastball at the top of the zone. This one right at the letters. Pittsfield scripted across the chest of the visitor's uniform today. He swings and unable to barrel it up. Hits underneath it, lifts it high up and out of play. This one across the Muzzy Street into the local neighborhood. Count now, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Grover sets at the waist, kicks up and delivers. A fastball, this one up and in on the hands. Lifted into foul ground. The kids will scamper. Edgewood Little League in attendance here tonight. A bunch of Bristol Little Leaguers scrambling after that baseball. Let's see who comes away with it. As they continue to fight, looks like we're going to have to wait another couple moments to see the young gun coming away with a souvenir tonight. The 1-2 pitch is a curveball. This one bends in front of the knees. Looks like it was going to bounce in there, but Nolette checks his swing. He goes too far. Called out on strikes. Sutherland picks up the pill, throws it to Grover at first base. However, sliding back in there safely is Colin Ridley. So there'll be a man on first, 1 out for the 8th hole hitter and catcher, Jake Goodrow. Big number 44, Goodrow takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Titus and Conti in double play depth. Third baseman for Bristol, Tyler Roberts, playing way deep beyond the bag. No balls and 1 strike. Grover sets, kicks up, and delivers. Changeup, he pulled the string on him. Way out in front there is Goodrow. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Let's see if Grover's got enough over there at first base to slap the tag on if the pickoff move comes. It does not. It's a fastball lifted high in the air. Deep down the line here at third base. Up and into the cheap seats. Count stays 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Fox working way ahead in the count. Goodrow could be thrown a chair. Fox will set, kick up, and deliver. Slider in the dirt. Swinging right through it there is Goodrow. The chair has been thrown. He'll go take a seat as he's down on strikes. With the ball bouncing in there and getting away a little bit from Sutherland. Runner Colin Ridley will advance 90 feet into scoring position over here at second base. Now the 9-hole hitter for Pittsfield, the left fielder Tyler Brosice. Brosice with an athletic stance, knees bent and upper half bent at the waist, leaning down on the plate. He keeps the hands tucked back behind that back right pectoral muscle. He slides back when he steps. Ball misses the strike zone. It is 1-0. So man on second, 2 outs for the 9-hole hitter, Brosice. He lifts one in the air deep right center field, ranging over his green. He will track the ball and make the play 2 steps before reaching the warning track. Brosice puts a charge in it. Pittsfield threatens but does not score in the top of the second inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Blues to bat. bottom of the second inning coming up next. After the Blues go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning, it's 4-5-6 due up for Bristol. Grover, Chauvin, and Roberts. Grover lifts the first pitch fastball deep. That ball is up and out of here. Brandon Grover, touch 'em all. First pitch fastball over the heart of the plate, and he ends the snide for the Bristol Blues offense. First home run of the season comes tonight. Grover plays long ball, and the Blues lead 1-0. Now batting for the Bristol Blues, number 26, Austin Chauvin. Austin, his second year with the Bristol Blues, he will DH tonight. He gets a first pitch fastball in the inner third, taking for a strike, 0-1. How about that? Brandon Grover gets a first pitch fastball he likes and parks it into the seats deep beyond right field. The 0-1 pitch is yet another fastball. Chauvin a little bit tardy on that one, fouls it into the Pittsfield dugout, 0-2. Chauvin getting his first at-bats since March. A few injuries at his time at St. Mary's College put him out for the rest of the season. He took a medical red shirt, and now he's just getting back into action with the Bristol Blues, his second season here in Bristol. 1-2 strikes to count as Austin gets a fastball that he lifts high, up, and out of play, down Muzzy Street and into the neighborhood. 1-2 strikes. Austin was a very integral part of that Bristol Blues team that last year found themselves in the FCBL title. The 1-2 pitch is yet another fastball, and yet again a foul ball lifted high up and out of play. Count remains 1-2. Austin hit just under .300 last season for the Blues. That 2015 team won the Western Division crown, looking to do so again this season. Check swing, grounder, off the glove of the pitcher. He goes back and will have enough time to make the play. Brandon Shalakis ranged a little bit to the left off the mound, the check swing grounder, knocked off his glove and back behind him. He had to retract a step, pick it up, and throw it over to the first baseman, Colin Gimblett, to make the play and retire Austin Chauvin. Now batting for the Blues, the third baseman, number 5, Tyler Roberts. Roberts off to a hot start, .379 so far this season. Shalakis drops the hands to the waist, kicks up, and delivers. Ground ball in the hole. Jump throw from shortstop, and they got Tyler Roberts. What a play by Tommy Hughes. He goes deep in the hole, ranges, leaps up and throws his best Derek Jeter impression, and he gets Roberts by a half a step. Tyler, not used to that one. He's usually the one on the other end making those phenomenal plays and leaving base runners scratching their head. This time, Ty's the one scratching his dome as he walks off the diamond. Thought he placed that grounder perfectly. However, a better defensive play right there by Tommy Hughes. Now batting for the Blues is the shortstop, number 20, Jimmy Titus. Titus down in the count, 0-1, gets another fastball. This one catches the outside corner, called a strike. Now he's down in the count, 0-2. Brandon Shalakis looks in, piercing over the glove. Rocks back into the motion and delivers. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball that misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is on its way. This is a changeup that bounces in there, a 58-footer. Didn't quite make it to home. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Check that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to the Blues shortstop, Jimmy Titus. Titus awaits and lifts one high into the screen. Titus, a phenomenal high school player. He's coming in after just recently graduating from East Catholic High School a few weeks ago. On his way to play collegiately at Bryant University, the 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year in Connecticut. This one, an off-speed pitch that Jimmy Titus nicks into the glove of the catcher, Jake Goodrow. He will go down swinging. We head to the top of the 3rd inning, but the damage has been done. The big blast off the bat of the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Grover, puts the Blues up 1-0. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Top of the 3rd inning, Blues lead the Suns 1-0. Brandon Grover back out there to work. The top of the 3rd. So far, he's completed 2, giving up 1 hit and no runs. Lineup will roll over for Tommy Hughes. A phenomenal play made at shortstop last inning by Hughes. Ranged deep in the hole, jump throw just like Derek Jeter to get Tyler Roberts at first base. He gets a fastball right at the belt buckle, laces it to right field. Charging hard is Morris. He will take it off a couple of hops and throw it into the infield. Leadoff base hit by Tommy Hughes, and he's reached base twice safely in both of his plate appearances. First at bat of the ball game, he drew a leadoff walk after falling down in the count 0-2. Now the batter will be Al Zachary, Pittsfield center fielder. He's first pitch swinging as well. Lifts this one high in the air to left field. Frankie Gregoire has a beat on it. He will make the play. Hughes will retreat back to first base. 2 pitches this inning and 1 out for Brandon Grover. Eric Hamilton, the Pittsfield third baseman, to bat. Hamilton hitting .385 coming into tonight's ball game. He did ground out into a fielder's choice in the first inning. Very upright stance here for Hamilton. Open as well, he stands at the back of the right-handed batter's box. He grounds one hard to Tyler Roberts. He makes the play, go over to second for one, over to first for another. That's a double play. 5, 4, 3 equals 2 here at Muzzy Field. And the Suns are retired 1, 2, 3 in the top of the third inning. We head to the bottom of the third, due up for Bristol. Hunter Sutherland, Logan Green, and then Christopher Morris. This is Bristol Blues baseball, and the Blues lead 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, 8-9-1 due up for Bristol. Hunter Sutherland, the incoming sophomore to Oklahoma University, stands in. Takes the first pitch, changeup. This one catches the inner third, called a strike. 0-1. No balls and one strike. Brandon Shalakis back on the bump for Pittsfield. He fires a fastball that tops out of the strike zone. However, Sutherland will swing at it, nick it with the bat, and head into foul territory. Count is 0-2. Infield behind Shalakis today, Colin Gimblett at first base, John Nolette, the second baseman, Tommy Hughes, the shortstop, and Eric Hamilton over there at third base. As we parade around the outfielder, Tyler Brosice, the left fielder, Al Zachary in center, and Brian Mosley will be playing right field for Pittsfield today. Shalakis challenging Sutherland with yet another fastball. He swings right through that one. He will go down on strikes. Another strikeout here for Brandon. That's his fourth of the ball game. Nope, check that. His second of the ball game. 3 strikeouts on the day for Brandon Fox. Forgot to switch the lineup card over. Doing the book here on my own on top of the press box here at Muzzy Field. So Logan Green, the batter for the Blues. Takes a 1-0 fastball. That is right at the knees, called a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball. Up and inside. Tipping and turning out of the way there is Green. 2-1. Logan Green hitting .429 on the young season. Takes a 2-1 fastball right at the knees on the outer third. Call the strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Green strides out and grounds one softly over there toward the shortstop. Cutting it off is Eric Hamilton. Good play by the third baseman to take the ball on the long hop, field it in front of the shortstop, Tommy Hughes, to make the play. Green goes down 5-3. Now batting for Bristol, the right fielder, Christopher Morris. Morris hit by a pitch to lead off the ball game, then forced out on the double play ball off the bat of Nick Conti. Could be the first official at-bat of the evening for number 14, Morris. Sees a first pitch slider. Swung over top of that one, just barely got a piece. 0-1. Beautiful night for baseball. It was raining earlier, but the heavens have parted, and God has shined down on this one with a kiss of sunlight, and the lights also flicked on at Muzzy Field. Picture perfect night with the sun setting beyond the evergreen trees, tucking itself behind the left center field wall. Shalakis looks in, agrees with the signal from the catcher Gaudreau, and hums in an 0-1 fastball. The 0-1 fastball is grounded up the middle, through the center of the infield, over the bag. Base knock for Christopher Morris. He's reached base twice in his 2 plate appearances today. Number 17, the second baseman from Eckerd College, Nick Conti, due up. Conti 0 for 1 on the ballgame. Stands at the back of the right-handed batter's box, fires the backside through when he swings. This time, he takes 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, it's on its way to Conti. Bounces in there. This one will get away from the catcher Gaudreau. Rounding second, turning toward third is Christopher Morris. Gaudreau will walk back, pick up the baseball, and fire it back into the pitcher, Brandon Shalakis. Advancing 90 feet is Chris Morris, and an RBI chance here for Nick Conti. Man on second, 2 outs and a 2-0 count for the Blues second baseman. Morris bluffs a steal as Conti takes a fastball. This one pops the leather over the plate for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike, still a great hitter's count. Conti will be searching fastball. Let's see if he gets it. 2-1 pitch is a fastball. This one lifted in the air. Deep left field, going back as the left fielder. This one will hit off the top of the wall. Nick Conti strolls into second base. That is an RBI 2-out double by the Blues second baseman. Conti knocks that one 359 feet away from home plate, and the Blues had a 2-0 advantage. A lot of power in that bat by Nick Conti. Lifted a fly ball to deep left field. If that ball was 3 feet higher, it would have been out of here, and the Blues' second home run of the evening. Ball's just jumping off the bat tonight at Muzzy Field. Conti extends his lead at second, and Gregoire gets a first pitch fastball that he fires into right field. Mosley will round over to it, camp under it, and make the play, but the Blues get another. They lead 2-0. We head to the top of the 4th inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Oh, yeah, we had actually last year a car broke its back windshield because of a ball landing into it. No. Yeah, it's your own liability for parking on the street. That's why I park in that lot. Real pleased with that last at bat. Sure. Not too Top of the fourth inning we are. Brandon Fox on the bump once again for the Bristol Blues. The batter is number 23 for Pittsfield, Colin Gimblett. First baseman reached safely in his first at-bat, came in the first inning. Takes a first pitch curveball. This one right at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch is ripped to right field. Going back is Morris. He will go back and make the play. Line shot over toward the line. Running grab there made by Christopher Morris. One up, one down. Batter now for Pittsfield, the right fielder, Brian Mosley. Mosley will stand at the back of the right-handed batter's box. Very wide base. Fox kicks up and delivers. Ground ball to the third baseman, Roberts. He charges hard, throws the ball across the diamond, and will make the play. 2 up and 2 down. Good play there by Tyler Roberts to retire Mosley, the right fielder. Now batting the third batter of the top of the fourth inning, Colin Ridley. Ridley reached on an error by the shortstop, Jimmy Titus, in his first AB. So Ridley 0 for 1 on the day, reaching on that error. Sees the first pitch fastball, scrape the dirt as it crosses home plate. 1-0. Fox will rock back into the motion. Great command of the off-speed pitches today. Changeup being well located for strikes, along with the curveball that he drops on the outside corner there. 1-1. Fox drops another one in. This one, however, hits home plate and comes up short. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here, top of the fourth inning. Blues lead 2-0. Now the 6'6 righty rocks in the motion, delivers a fastball. This one tapped over to the first baseman, Grover. He will field and touch first on his own. Another 1-2-3 inning, and Brandon Fox is rolling through this Pittsfield lineup. Bottom of the fourth coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Leading off for the Blues is their first baseman, homered in his first at-bat, Brandon Grover. Grover swings at a first pitch fastball. This one on the outer third. Last time the first pitch fastball was on the inner third, middle in, and Grover lifted it high, deep into right field, over the wall for his first home run of the season. Actually, the first home run for the Bristol Blues offense on the young campaign. So Grover sees a fastball inside this time for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch is a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Pulled his head a little bit there, did Brandon. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Grover now lifts one high, deep down the third base line into foul ground, onto Park Street, 1-2. One ball and two strikes. Curveball buckles the knees of Grover. He thought that one was a little bit low. Umpire doesn't agree, goes up with the right arm. Grover goes down looking. Austin Chauvin, the batter for Bristol. Chauvin with a check swing, ground out to the pitcher in his first at bat. Second AB of the ball game coming up next. Showing his respect to Austin is number 13, Brandon Chalakis. First pitch curveball. Drops in for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch, now a fastball. Dots the outside corner. The full arsenal on display in this at-bat against Austin. It's 0-2. Curveball, fastball, and Chalakis deals another fastball right on the outside corner. Chauvin disagrees. He goes down looking. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for the Bristol Blues here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Both of them in denial of it. Thought both pitches were a little bit too far outside, and then the first one low. Roberts due up for the Blues. Tyler Roberts strolls into that right-handed batter's box. He'll toe tap home plate once, now make that twice for good luck, before getting a first pitch fastball at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. Roberts steps out of the box, regathers himself, and now he's ready to go. He lifts this one into left field. Routine fly ball to Tyler Brosice. He will camp under it and make the play. The Blues go down in order in the fourth inning. Top of the fifth coming up next. This is Bristol Blues baseball, and the Blues lead 2-0. Top of the fifth inning here at Muzzy Field. The Blues lead the Suns 2-0. Leading off the top of the fifth inning for Pittsfield will be the second baseman, Josh Nolet. Brandon Fox dealing right now. Spinning a two-hitter will face 7, 8, 9. Nolet, Goodrow, and Brosice. Nolet struck out swinging in his first at-bat. First pitch curveball. The yellow hammer right at the knees. Perfect pitch there. 0-1. One ball and no strikes the count, and yet another curveball. This one will bounce in there. Sutherland smothers it. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a fastball right at the knees on the outer third. Up with the right arm goes the home plate umpire. 1-2. Fox with great command of the fastball, curveball, and the changeup when he's thrown it today. Talking about that great command, now what does Brandon Fox decide to do to me? Hop in a 54-footer. That one bounced 6 feet in front of home plate. Sutherland threw the body at it to block it. Skips away. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count to the second baseman, number 40, Josh Nolette. It appears Sutherland might be a little bit shaken up on that one. Right hand might have gone knocked with that as he threw his body in front of it to block it. Bristol Blues trainer extraordinaire Brittany Houle on the top step decided not to go out to check on Sutherland. He's a ball player. He's out there back in the saddle behind the dish. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fox will rock back into the motion, kick up, and deliver. Fastball on the outside corner. He gone. Now batting for the Suns, the catcher, number 44, Jake Gaudreau. Gaudreau swings at a first pitch slider. This one was nowhere near the strike zone. Looks like Gaudreau made his mind up. He was going to attack the first pitch he saw. Not the best decision, as that one was nowhere near the strike zone. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch is a slider. This one bounces in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is on its way. Fastball. This one dots the outside corner. Well-located fastball tonight by Brandon Fox. Brandon Fox has found the right keyhole today. Everything all over the plate. Now this one fouled off home plate and it skips into foul territory. 1-2. Yeah, pardon me, I've said Brandon Grover 3 or 4 times. Brandon Grover's the first baseman for the Bristol Blues. High school teammate in summer ball with Brandon Fox, who's on the mound tonight. Fox has found the right keyhole tonight. Everything he's throwing is all over the plate. He's missed a couple of times with the curveball and slider, bouncing it in front of home plate. But he's doing the best he's got. The big righty from Central Connecticut State has scattered 2 hits and given up no runs through 4 innings and a third. He shakes off Sutherland here once, now twice, agrees on the third signal. He will kick up and deliver this fastball lifted high in the air. Right to me over here in the press box. There might be room for the third baseman, Tyler Roberts, and there is. He will make the play in foul territory. 2 up and 2 down. The 9-hole hitter, Tyler Brosice, to bat for the Suns. Brosice got a good piece of one in the second inning. Laced a fly ball to right center field, but tracking it down was Logan Green. That was probably the hardest hit ball off a Pittsfield bat tonight. Fox misses with the curveball there. This one is a little bit up and in. A little chin music for the 9-hole hitter, Brosice, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes is the count. Fastball, check swing, lifts up into the grandstand. A souvenir for the lady living down the road in Terryville. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucky lady just hanging out over there in the grandstand, gets a foul ball. She gets to go home with a souvenir, and she's showing it off to everybody around her. The 1-1 pitch is a bender, missing beneath the strike zone, 2-1. The sun now officially set beyond the pine trees in left center field, and the lights are flicked on, glistening at Muzzy Field. Fly ball right at Chris Morris. He camps under it, Calls off the center fielder, Logan Green. He's got it. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Blues still lead 2-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, Blues lead 2-0, and the batter, number 20, Jimmy Titus. Titus struck out swinging in his first at-bat, way late on the fastball there, out of the right arm of Brandon Shalakis. No balls and 1 strike. Titus awaits the 0-1 pitch. It's a curveball. He swings again and comes up empty, 0-2. Big adjustment here for Jimmy Titus. Phenomenal ball player. You can see it in the unique skills he brings to the ballpark every day. However, a big adjustment in the miles an hour you see from high school pitching to those at an established college level. Shalakis just hums another fastball right by Jimmy Titus. He goes down swinging 3 straight pitches. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks on the day for Jimmy. Hunter Sutherland, now the batter. Sutherland sees a first pitch fastball. This one missing low and outside, 1-0. Infield behind Shalakis tonight, Tommy Hughes, the shortstop. John Nolet is the second baseman, as a broken bat grounder is hit right back to the pitcher, Brandon Shalakis. The barrel flies further than the ball as he knocks it down and makes the play over to first base. New piece of firewood for Hunter Sutherland, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Due up for Bristol, the 9-hole hitter, Logan Green. Green grounded out to third in his first AB. Takes a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch, fastball right at the knees. Up with the right arm goes the home plate umpire. 1 ball and 1 strike. Blues lead in this one 2-0. Get a run in the 2nd inning off the home run off the bat of Brandon Grover. In the 3rd, they picked up yet another run. This one, an RBI double from Nick Conti. And with 2 outs, Logan Green dribbles one up the middle. That ball had eyes on it and made its way into center field. 2-out base hit for the Blues, 9-hole hitter and center fielder, Logan Green. Lineup will now roll over Christopher Morris, 1 for 1 on the day. Hit by pitch to lead off this ball game. He's reached base twice in as many plate appearances. Man on first, 2 outs. Morris lifts a first pitch fastball up in the air, doesn't quite make it to first base. Out of play and on to Muzzy Street, 1-1. Morris, a fairly upright stance, slightly open. Gets an off-speed pitch that he cues off the end of the bat, down the third base line, hooking into foul ground. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes the count to number 14, Chris Morris. Morris awaits the 0-2. It's a fastball, missing the outside corner by a few inches. Not quite close to the strike zone, 1-2. On deck for Bristol with an RBI double in his back pocket tonight, Nick Conti. 1-2. Logan Green is off for second base. He will slide in safely. First stolen base of the evening for any ball club goes to the Bristol Blues in Logan Green. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The Blues lead 2-0 as Morris lifts one to shallow center field. Charging hard and making the play is Al Zachary. I thought that ball was going to get down off the bat of Chris Morris. It hung up there just enough, and he was able to make the play. So the Blues get a man in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning, unable to get him to cross home plate. They still lead 2-0, top of the 6th. Coming up next, this is Bristol Blues Baseball.